Hello everyone, this is RockoonGaming, and welcome to one of the best games that I've ever played ever. Not because I did well in it, it's because it was hilarious and I enjoyed every second. This is the
You need any
most fun I've
construction?
ever had in a Company of Heroes game in a while. The reason being is that, I'm having a bit of trouble getting to hard mode, so I figured I'd make normal mode as difficult as possible.
Was wünschen
So I
Sie?
thought of the worst build I could possibly go, and what better way to try and lose a match than to go with only Schwimwagons and Pioneers. I also did change the rules a bit to allow myself allow myself one unit of Volksgrenadiers because, these people, I probably would have lost, and I'm actually amazed that I managed to win with just Pioneers and Schwimwagens and, one unit of Volks that really didn't do much, except capture, like, maybe 1 or 2 points. They weren't really instrumental in this game. But, here comes my very first Schwimwagen, and later you're gonna see quite a bunch of these, and I thought it was hilarious. I really hope you do too. So, yeah, the rules for this was that I can only build Schwimwagens and Pioneers, and I was only allowed to have one unit of Volksgrenadiers on the field at once. I can rebuild them, I can resupply them,
Jawohl,
but
mein
I
Herr!
cannot build more than one unit of them. So, here I'm busy cranking out Schwimwagens. They're actually surprisingly cheap. They cost less than a Volksgrenadier squad. They actually do a considerable amount of damage. They definitely do a lot better job than Pioneers or anything, but I'm guessing that's because I have a, heavy machine gun mounted on the front of this thing. And this thing is just like the dumbest looking thing I've ever seen ever. I mean, look at that thing. That is just so awkwardly made. What's the hotkey to go back to regular map? Oh, there we go. Yep, here comes my second Schwimwagen, adding to the pack of them that is soon to come. I'm thinking of naming this episode like Schwimpocalypse or the, I don't know. I have to think of a clever name for this, because really no ordinary title like, Episode 4 could possibly discuss the majesty of these beautiful, graceful little boat car things. And, the reason that I am allowing myself one Volksgrenadiers is because they have the ability to kill, armored stuff. I mean, they can kill maybe a Greyhound if they had about, like, 10 minutes to do it. But, this is one of the best games I've had. I just thought it was hilarious seeing these horribly underused vehicles being used in mass quantities to actually win a game. And you're gonna see, this is gonna be quite interesting later. But I really don't want to spoil it, I want to keep you watching. This is probably gonna be a two-part series because I seem to remember that this was like 19 minutes or something. So, yeah, this is gonna be 2 parts, sorry for that, but, it's all gonna be worth it. And here comes my, what is this, 4th Schwimwagen, and eventually I'm gonna hotkey them up and just keep one pack to number 1 and then maybe number 2 I think later. So right now my strategy to win with these Schwimwagens is to deny as much fuel and resources to them as possible so they cannot purchase any Greyhounds or M10 tank destroyers, because once they get anti-armor or anti-vehicle, this game is just going to go downhill really quickly, because these things cannot even hope to kill anything that has more than like 1 centimeter of metal surrounding it. I mean, it's just like throwing rocks at, I don't know, a tank. And what's this, 5? Yes, 5 Schwimwagens on the field, and I barely even see people make 1 Schwimwagen. And I don't know if this was it, because I remember I tried to do a Jeep Sniper only, and that did not turn out well at all. If you guys want to see the replay of that and see me just get completely stomped by it, because, snipers cannot capture at all, they are just so abysmally slow. And the Jeeps, I mean, yes, they can capture if you go Armored Doctrine, but, the Wehrmacht, they have the Panzerfausts on the Volksgrenadiers, and it was just terrible. I don't even think I got them down to like 200. It was awful. So I was thinking about setting up a forward barracks over here, but I finally just decided, you know, it's not really worth it. And you're about to see the full power of the Schwimwagons in action. I have 3 waiting here. I set my rally point of them right over here so I could either split them up to the right or left side. And soon, the Schwimwagons will see combat, and they will be getting to the water. Also, I love the Schwimwagen in general. They have the best dialogue in the game. It's like, it's such a stupid car, but they sound so awesome. Like, they call themselves raw ingenuity and stuff. It's really funny. I just really like that about this game. These dudes are just camping out over here. Just, you know, they don't really want to deny the flag. They're not mean. And here comes the full power of this. I think I should be shifting these Volks over. Not Volks. I just can't even say the name of this unit because I never use it. I don't even remember the last time I used Schwimwagens, other than Panzer Elite, but that's because it can actually capture points. So, surprisingly enough, for a water vehicle, they are really, really resistant to fire. You know, maybe it's like a Pokemon kind of thing. It's a water type enemy, so you know, it's going to be super effective against fire, like right there. So, you know, maybe. I'm playing Pokemon Company of Heroes right now. That would be an awesome mod also. So, yeah, that's on the modding list. The the cookie mod, and the Pokemon mod for this. That would be really awesome. I'm not gonna lie, I would definitely download that. And within a second of it being made. I would risk the virus and be like, you know what, there's no pictures of this mod, but, you know, it's a Pokemon mod for a World War II real-time shooter. How many Schwims do I have? Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Schwimwagons. Oh my gosh, I just lost track of how many I had. I just kept them there. I seem to do that with most of my troops. I just leave them sitting around after they're built, because I'm so preoccupied on microing these and keeping them alive. Because, you know, they do take a lot of damage from engineers in general. They take a lot of damage from anything. And oh, I wish you could have seen. I tried putting down mines in the middle to try and stall the riflemen, but right after they killed the engineers, they ran right over the mine and killed themselves. It was awesome. And so I have the hunting pack right here, and this is just ridiculous. And I think I keep most of them throughout the whole game. So here I just kept these riflemen shooting at my engineers until they got the flamethrowers, and then I moved in for the kill with the Schwimwagens. And it's just an awesome name to say, the Schwimwagen. It just sounds so funny. And these guys just completely get owned by them. It's just a steady falling bar of health for them. It's just so much machine gun fire, and it's ridiculous. I was actually laughing hysterically while I was playing this, and that actually kept me from actually paying attention to all my units also. The only thing I wish these could do was capture points, because then I wouldn't have need for the engineers or Volksgrenadiers. And so I'm just shifting them. That's also another huge advantage of these Schwimwagens. They have the ridiculous mobility of a Jeep. And that is just awesome. You can just run them from one side of the field to another in time to prevent them from capturing.